COBRA's Weekly. I'm your host, Brian Schmidt. On today's show, we're going to talk with head coach Billy Back about the 46-0 victory in New York. We're also going to talk on our player segment with defensive lineman Micah Robinson. And then we're going to discuss the season finale in Columbus against the hated Lions. All this and more on COBRA's Weekly.
Miranda Lambert, the Roadside Bars and Pink Guitars Tour. Saturday, November 23rd at Greensboro Coliseum. The record-breaking award winner, Miranda Lambert. One of country music's most beloved. Very special guest, Marion Morris. Also featuring Pistol Annies. Pre-sale for City Card members now through Thursday at 10 p.m. before the general public Friday morning at 10 at LiveNation.com.
Many are mediocre, but only few are excellent.
Ring of Honor, Saturday at 11 on My 48. Don't miss all the action. My 48 is my place for sports.
National Arena League champions, the Carolina Cobra.
Welcome back and welcome to the show. Head coach the Carolina Cobras, Billy Back. Billy, 46-0 victory, third shutout of the season, dominating performance. Very interesting trip to New York.
Yeah, to say the least, it was very interesting. The game started out pretty good the way we planned it. Yeah. Defense was dominant. They had to change centers 2 or 3 times. Defensive line got after it, made the defensive back's life easy. Offensively, Chuck just had his way being elusive and making throws and guys catching and get some yak yards afterwards, and it was a pretty awesome experience.
It really was. Third shutout of the season, which in arena football, that is virtually never happens. Most teams, even bad offensive teams, can score by accident at least one time. We're pitching our third shutout of the season. Defense right now is playing phenomenal. That defensive line is the best in the league as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'd like to say we have 2.5 shutouts. To be fair, we played a half of a game, so we had 2.5 shutouts. I count that as a half a shutout. They had a whole other second half to actually show up. They didn't show up the first half. They didn't want to play. You could tell by their body language that they were beat up, attacked. And our guys just got after it. And, the way the defense has been playing, I think we've scored 252 points to 28 the last 4 games. And it could have been more. Could be 282 to 50 or 28. So who knows what could have happened in the second half. So, but the way they play, the way the offense is clicking right now, I like our chances and I like our opportunities going forward.
Let's talk about the offense. You've been able to see this offense grow as the season has gone on to where now it seems like it's really playing to your level of standards, which we always have had the high standards offensively, and we're really starting to see that now.
Yeah, it all comes down to trust. It's a comfort level for players. If you've got trust in your offense, you've got trust in your coaches, and you trust people that are around you, then that makes businesses run. You need that trust level throughout the entire company. When that trust isn't there, you kind of lose faith in everything, and you're not going to play or participate at the top of your potential. And so, the players trust the coaches trust the players trust each other. Then we trust our ownership. So everything in this organization is built on trust, and when that trust is gone, the ability to perform isn't there. So The offensive line is trusted by Chuck. Chuck trusts the receivers. The guys know how to sit and carry, and we're doing a pretty fantastic job right now.
Yeah, it really is. And so now let's talk a little bit real quickly about, obviously, August 3rd is our playoff game against Massachusetts. The game against Columbus this weekend really has no bearing on anything other than its final game on the schedule. August 3rd, Massachusetts. You've always been one to build to the end of the season, be playing your best football going into the playoffs. How do you feel right now about where we're at? Are we where you want us to be yet?
Yeah, we're right there. I mean, our guys have built up each week, progressively gotten better. You see guys, get better each week. We're getting our hands in the passing lane. The run game is not effective against us. Our guys are rallying to the football, just playing relentless. The D-line wants to rip the quarterback's head off every play, and that's what I want them to do. We get some penalties here and there, but sometimes they're penalties that make a statement. Let these guys know that we're here, and we're the defending champs. And so where we're at, I think by the end of this week, I think we'll be where we need to be and preparing for Massachusetts. By August 3rd, I think we'll be ready to rock and roll in the Snake Pit versus Mass, Game 3 versus them. They're a better team. They've gotten better, but at the same time, so have we. And so, I'm to the point now, kind of the same feeling we had last year. When you poke the bear comes out of the cage pretty pissed, and we got that chip on the shoulder right now, especially today. And after this weekend, there's a chip on our shoulder that that we feel sorry for the opponents we're playing, and that's how it's going to be the rest of the way out. So prepare to see the same stuff you saw last year's playoffs. We're not trying to make any friends at all.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to have the highlights of the 46-0 game in New York. So come on back.
Miranda Lambert, the Roadside Bars and Pink Guitars Tour. Saturday, November 23rd at Greensboro Coliseum. The record-breaking award winner, Miranda Lambert. One of country music's most beloved. Very special guest, Marion Morris. Also featuring Pistol Annies. Pre-sale for City Card members now through Thursday at 10 p.m. before the general public Friday morning at 10 at livenation.com.
Many are mediocre, but only few are excellent.
Ring of Honor, Saturday at 11 on My 48. Don't miss all the action. My 48 is my place for sports.
National Arena League champions, the Carolina Cobra.
Welcome back. And Billy, let's get into these highlights. So we come out of the gate, first possession. We've got Charles McCollum, Pearson, touchdown.
Yeah, we run an inside route. We know we can beat the tall, slower-footed defensive back there, and we took advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see on the highlight here. Great protection. Just really an easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, just wins inside. We know he's the down defender, and he's not quick enough to run with our receivers. All
right, here's a little pitch to Priester for a touchdown, and Priester seems to really be coming into his own right now.
Yeah, it's a great block by Jordan Jolly. Did a great job securing the edge on the outside as well, and Priester, just being an athlete, makes the play, gets in and out, and gets to the end zone. So
yeah, we'll see on the highlight. We'll be able to see this block, but Jordan with the great block on the outside. And this is what you need on a play like this is good blocking by your wide receivers.
Yeah, this is just simple L quick, and they all got the quick pitch and into the end zone.
Story of the game all night. Pressure, pressure, pressure on the quarterback results in the safety.
Yeah, I mean, it's straight dumpster juice. I mean, it's, a product this bad. Our guys just got after it and just wanted to prove a point that they shouldn't be on the field with us, and they shouldn't have been. It's different in levels. The levels are a little different here.
I mean, look at this. I mean, this is 4 guys getting after it.
Yeah, this is relentless, and this is how it needs to be in the playoffs. And our goal is for pain.
McCollum to Jolly, as always. You see this every game. This is a great throw by Chuck on this.
Well, it's a good job by Jolly. This is a route. It's basically just saying, hey, get open, and you can't cover Chuck and Jolly when it's a get open route. This is a route that just we run the backyard and just do what you got to do to get open, and 99.9% of the time he gets open. Chuck feels the pressure coming from the backside, and Jolly rolls with him. Scramble rules, touchdown.
All right, a little simple handoff here. We'll try to fumble, and once again, Squally on the turnover. This guy is always where the ball's at.
Yeah, you're giving a guy who has no business running the football a handoff in arena football, and it's laughable. It really is.
It really is. All right, and then right here, Charles McCollum doing one of the things he does best. Feels the pressure, finds the opening, touchdown.
Yeah, he doesn't run early in the season, but come towards playoffs and end of the year, he starts stretching those legs out a little bit, and he's a very mobile quarterback, and it's gonna be fun in the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see here on the highlight. I mean, just a great job. Feels the pressure, finds that opening. He is tough to bring down.
Yeah, we got to secure our right side of that O-line up. Briante Matthews isn't getting done right.
All right, and this just embarrassing. Fumble on the snap, easy touchdown for Miller.
Bounced right to his hands. That guy gets all the luck. I mean, he got that lucky pick in the Sugar Bowl, and then he gets this lucky bounce to the end zone here. So no, Steve's on the spot, and it's just the relentless pressure that's going to get. It's in the quarterback's heads, in the center's head, so it's hard to catch it.
All right, and we'll see this. Just a bad snap and bounced right into his hands.
Yeah, I'm sure that play would have went for maybe 1 yard anyway.
All right, another bad snap, safety. They just couldn't do anything.
Like a circus show, and they didn't show up in the first half, and who knows what happened in the second half.
Yeah. And the final score of the half and it ended up being of the game, McCollum to Priester, touchdown.
Yeah, it's just a simple over route. The backside jack and say a corner vacated the zone, blown coverage, touchdown. So it is what it is. But we'll take that 46-0 margin going into half anytime against anyone. I don't care if it's given to us, if it's earned, we'll take it.
All right. When we come back, our player segment with defensive lineman Micah Robinson.
Many are mediocre, but only few are excellent.
Ring of Honor, Saturday at 11 on My 48. Don't miss all the action. My 48 is my place for sports.
Miranda Lambert, the Roadside Bars and Pink Guitars Tour. Saturday, November 23rd at Greensboro Coliseum. The record-breaking award winner, Miranda Lambert. One of country music's most beloved. Very special guest, Maren Morris. Also featuring Pistol Annie's. Pre-sale for City Card members now through Thursday at 10 p.m. before the general public Friday morning at 10 at LiveNation.com.
Our player segment today. Please welcome defensive lineman Micah Robinson. Micah. welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Nice to be here,
All right.
man.
Where'd you go to college? Talk about your college career a little bit.
Went to Syracuse University. Played there all 4 years, but I got redshirted, so 5 years, I guess. I enjoyed it. It was a great experience out there. I played under Coach Marone and Scott Schaefer. So I played my last few years in the Big East and the first years in ACC. So I was there through the whole transition period.
Okay. So you've been playing professionally now for a couple of years, different teams. This is your first year with the Cobras and also your first year with Billy Beck. So talk about being here and the difference it's been for you as opposed to other places you've been.
It's a big improvement and a much needed adjustment because the last few teams I was with wasn't as organized or didn't have the great owners or great coaches that we have here, or even great players that I have here play alongside me as far as the D-line to help me out, to help get to the quarterback. So it's been a great transition play here.
Now, you're part of a defensive line right now that flat out gets after it. You've had a great year. Really, all of our defensive linemen have had a great year.
Yeah.
Who you're going to block is the name of the game. Talk about the season you've had so far in other defensive linemen. Talk about just the cohesiveness that you guys have.
Well, I love playing with this D-line first and foremost because I feel like any given night, any of us could go off, like you said, like who are you going to block at the end of the day. So ever since Big Walt went down, it helped. It brought us close together because it made us each step up a little bit more because Big Walt was the front anchor, our captain, and it made us step up when he went down. But as far as me individually, I feel like this was a great year for me. I did a lot of work in the off season to prepare myself for this year because I knew it would be a big stage. So I did all the work I could do to get prepared for the season.
These guys are tough to block. We kind of see that in practice too. We see that a lot on one-on-ones and different things.
Yeah, we tried to get Micah last year, late in the year. They had that league has that rule you can't sign somebody. So we tried to make him 5'11", 220 pounds. Somebody called him that he wasn't that size. So tried to get him in. But we knew from last year we wanted him here this year, and he's been lights out. I mean, he's been the energy level he brings to the table is awesome. I got to get him in his face a couple times and keep us, but at the same time, I don't want that intensity that he has to go away. I got to act like I'm yelling at him. Sometimes I do, but it's just to motivate him. He leads the league in roughing the passers on pick sixes. So I mean, he just got to know when to pull the reins back. Other than that, dump him, scoop him. I don't care what you do to him. So, but no, having him here at high caliber from the state of Ohio, you got to keep these Ohio guys coming in from the Cleveland area. So. We are from Ohio ourselves, Schmidt, so you got to surround yourself with greatness. Yes, so we do that. But just having him around, he laughs, he's funny, he's goofy as heck. But at the same time, man, he's a freaking beast on the defensive line and gets after it. So we're excited to have him here.
One of the things that is funny that I've seen and I've heard about, and we've seen this is at practice. There are times you guys go after our offensive line. It gets a little bit chippy, and it gets people standing back. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's almost as if you guys plan that sometimes because I've seen where you guys just all of a sudden will just open up on our offensive line, and it becomes a show within itself at practice.
Oh, we have to. I feel like we have the idea that iron sharpens iron, so we make each other better. If we don't fight, go hard, I feel like they won't play as good, and if they don't go hard on us, we won't play as well in games either. So we got to make each other better every day. That's our game plan.
Yeah, it seems to work because we've seen everybody get better as the season has gone on. Exactly. I think that's really key.
Exactly.
And as a coach, you gotta like having a little bit of chippiness at practice at times.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. You don't want a bunch of choir boys out there running around and patting each other on the butt. Hey, take this play off. I'm taking my play off. No, they get after it. We want an hour worth of hard practice, and the last couple weeks we've gotten that, and so it's important to have and. What they bring to the table every game, day in, day out on the practice field, translate to the game on the game field. So that's what we look for.
Now, Michael, what are your goals from a football standpoint, from a personal standpoint? What are you looking to be able to do over the next couple of years?
Well, I definitely want to try to get an NFL if possible, or CFL, something like that, big league. But at the same time, I just want to be able to show my talent off, and get rings in the process. Get win some championships in the process. But be able to show my talent off, be able to make enough money in this sport, support my family and friends. But at the end of the day, just play the game. I love the game. So I play for almost for free. I play. I love the game. So I mean, it'll make the difference.
And don't say for free. I don't want you playing for free.
I love it.
You realize that's now on air, right?
Okay, you're right. You're right. Cut that out. Edit.
Yeah, we may need to ask them to edit that. But well, Mike, as always, it's a pleasure to have you here today. Really enjoy watching you guys play, and it's a lot of fun watching the development of this defensive line. That now every play it just looks like sharks going after food. It's amazing. Yes. So again, really appreciate you being on the show today.
I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, man. All right. When we come back, me and Coach Back are going to talk about the final game of the season, and we're going to talk a little bit about the playoffs. So stay tuned.
Miranda Lambert, the Roadside Bars and Pink Guitars Tour. Saturday, November 23rd at Greensboro Coliseum. The record-breaking award winner, Miranda Lambert. One of country music's most beloved. Very special guest, Marion Morris. Also featuring Pistol Annie's. Pre-sale for City Card members now through Thursday at 10 p.m. before the general public Friday morning at 10 at LiveNation.com.
Many are mediocre, but only few are excellent.
Ring of Honor, Saturday at 11 on My 48. Don't miss all the action. My 48 is my place for sports.
Welcome back. And fans, we're going to talk about Saturday's game in Columbus versus the Lions, but also August 3rd at the Snake Pit, 7 p.m. playoff game. $10 tickets. We've got some $20 tickets. It's going to be a huge night. We want everybody there. So give Brandon a call. Go to our website. Give him a call. But Billy, let's talk about Columbus first. Road game doesn't really mean a whole lot in terms of standings, but this is a rivalry game. So, you know, it means a little something.
Right. I mean, it's a rivalry game. You want to win versus your rivals. And it's the last game of the season, so you always want to end on a good note, but you want to stay moving forward on a positive level towards the playoffs. And so we want to just do things correctly during the game, stay healthy, and just work on our technique and craft for the for the chance to play in the playoffs.
Yeah, on one hand, it doesn't mean anything, but I know from your standpoint, the players, it's the Columbus Lions, and it means something. So even though we beat them 3 times this year, we beat them 66-8 in the championship game. I mean, if they win the game, okay, great, but it still means something to us from a personal standpoint, as it does to them.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It's when you're playing your little brother in basketball, you always want to win. I mean, you want to back him down in the paint, bully him around, push him around a little bit, but at the same time, we kind of want to help them up this time because we want them to be okay, a little bit of confidence to their team and go play the Sharks, well in the round 1 of the playoffs versus the Sharks. And so, we want that playoff championship game to be in Greensboro.
Right.
So we need our little brother to go down there and handle business versus the Sharks. And so we don't want to beat them up too bad or, them to get a lucky punch in on us and beat us up too bad. But at the same time, you never want your little brother to win a game. Sometimes you let them.
Let's talk about just a little bit about August 3rd playoff game. We know it's going to be Massachusetts. Here's a team, the first 2 games of the season we played, we beat rather handily. Even though we weren't clicking offensively at the time, defensively we played very well. Now we've seen them go on some streaks. They've won some games. They took Jacksonville to overtime in Jacksonville on last Saturday. How different is this team right now? How much have they improved, and what do you see from them coming into August 3rd?
You know, I think the first 2 games we played was a case of 2 offenses not clicking. Both offenses didn't play very well. Both defenses played decently well. Ours played a little bit better. But at the same time, their defense was young. You know, they had a bunch of young players. Their defensive line still got after it. You know, that second game, their D-line kind of exposed our O-line. You know, but luckily their offense couldn't score. You know, I think we had stopped 5 or 6 times in the first half. Should have been up 60-2 at halftime versus them. I think we were only up 32-2 maybe at halftime. I don't forget the halftime score. But at the same time, their offense wasn't in rhythm either. And so they've found their stride. They found the rhythm. They got a lot of great playmakers. You know, they added a lot of big money guys, and you know, they're paying off for them. You know, they're making plays. But at the same time, you got to come to the snake pit and play. You know, this isn't new to us. We do this every single year. This is our goal. This is our mission from day one: is be in the playoffs, be prepared for the playoffs, and focus on the playoffs. And this is the biggest game of the season because this is the first round of the playoffs. And so we're going to be prepared, ready to go, and it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be 2 good teams going at it, and it's going to come down to who wants it the most.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's take care of business this Saturday in Columbus, and then let's get ready for the playoffs and let's win another championship.
We're going to go in, stay healthy, and try to work on things correctly. That's the goal.
Well, have fun, all right?
We will.
All right, fans, I cannot tell you, first of all, watch the game this Saturday on YouTube, but August 3rd, be in the snake pit. It's going to be a great atmosphere, blackout night. We're going to have so many things going on. It's going to be an exciting atmosphere. We want that place loud. So get your tickets for August 3rd. I cannot stress enough how much we want to make this a big-time game. So for that, next week is going to be all about the playoffs. We'll talk about the game in Columbus, and then it's going to be all about August 3rd and the big playoff game. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we will see you all next week.